Hello there.
For this cash, yeah. I got a real ambition for this cash. Hey, 13 years old with a shoebox stack. I'm always up to something, never sitting. Come on, man. What's going on, my fellow X-Fileys? We are back with another reaction today. I just finished watching Leonard Betts about an hour and a half ago, and then after finishing that episode, I went and had lunch, and while I was watching lunch, I was finishing off a movie I was watching last night. I was watching Deep Blue Sea. So yeah, I was revisiting that film. I hadn't seen that film in quite a while, actually. Not as good as I remembered, actually. I thought the shark action was much better. But LL Cool J is pretty funny in the film, and it's got Thomas Jane, and yeah, it's a fun flick, you know, it's just guilty pleasure. Yeah, I was just finishing off Deep Blue Sea over lunch, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's get back into the X-Files grind. Let's watch another episode today, because we just got hit with a bombshell at the end of the last episode, or if I'm right in what they were inferring, that Scully has cancer. So this is going to be a big bombshell moving forward, and listen, it's going to be interesting to see how this develops. It's going to be interesting to see if she tells Mulder, or when she does tell Mulder, and you know, what steps are taken to potentially cure this cancer. Is it a cancer? Who knows? We haven't found out yet. She was just coughing up blood, and we saw her reaction at the end of the episode to her telling Mulder just to drive her home. And, you know, it's quite interesting because after all they've been through in the series, you know, she didn't decide to tell him what, you know, Leonard Betts had told her right before she decided to go John Wick on his ass and, you know, put a pounding on him, man, because she stood up. She stood up for herself and decided to take a playbook, you know, a note out of Scream 4's playbook, even though Scream 4 came out after, and maybe Scream 4 took the playbook, the note out of this playbook here from the X-Files. I'm waffling. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law enforcement of Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty shot. Today, we are up to episode 13 of the X-Files season 4, titled Never Again. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And as always, baby, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go.
Thank you.
Is it me or does the audio sound muffled? I could be tripping. Bro's life is in shambles. Like, effort, I'm gonna get a tattoo. Let's see if they're still open. That's the one that appeals to you, bro? The one with the winking lady? Oh, he got the tattoo. I'm guessing he got it, maybe? No consultation, no nothing. He just did it. Wow, he actually got it that night. Damn, that was quick. Oh, that artist was moving crazy. Yo, there's been an episode this series. I can't remember which one it was. Season 1, I believe, with the Juju tattoo, remember? The one where Scully's ex-partner was like killed or something, or like her partner was killed and then came back to life because of the tattoo. But it was the bank robber's body. It was the bank robber's personality in Scully's partner's body. I think it was titled Lazarus or something. Or was that a different episode? But there was an episode with the Juju tattoo, I remember. I think it was season 1. I'm pretty sure it was season 1. But yeah, I haven't uploaded this episode yet on YouTube, as I'm recording this the same day as Leonard Betts. But apparently this one was meant to air before Leonard Betts. So it's going to be interesting to see because of the, you know, because of the bombshell at the end of the last episode.
And these unknown craft, where were the majority sighted? You said others. Are any of them with you in America?
Okay, because it's interesting, as the guy was talking to Mulder right there, we just held the camera on Scully. It looked like she didn't want to be there. She was just contemplating life. And I think that fits in character with what happened at the end of the last episode. Despite, I think this episode, I think the intention was for this episode to air before last episode.
Hi, this is Ed Jurst over at Floor and Siegel. How are you this morning?
You see, stem cells from the blood of an umbilical cord may be transplanted in the treatment of many life-threatening diseases such as...
Loser.
Damn.
What? But before that, what did you say?
Damn. Another juju tattoo. Never again.
Down.
Trash her desk.
Damn. Where's the Wolf
Why
of
don't
Wall
you
Street?
go home,
Crashing out. Jordan Belfort.
We'll discuss this later.
I keep remembering this office is bugged.
The Bureau is holding fast to its federal employees vacation policy. I haven't taken a day off in 4 years, so either I take a week vacation now or they start not paying me for 8 weeks vacation time. I don't like it, but I gotta do it. I gotta pay the rent. I gotta eat. Part of me can't help thinking this is just another way to get me out of here, but it is only a week and you'll be here to keep an eye on things for me, so. Okay, so we'll have them send down another desk, and there won't be any room to move around here, but we can put them really close together, face to face. Maybe we can play some Battleship.
So what is it you want me to keep an eye on?
That contact that we met last night at the wall, who had the distinction of being present for first, that being you abandoning me during questioning. In the future, I'll make sure that all those people being interviewed provide you with a multimedia laser show to keep your interest maintained. In any case, his name is Sevlad Podovkin. He's a Russian immigrant with a doctorate in astronautical engineering.
Have you confirmed the identity of these individuals?
That's your assignment while I'm gone. I want you to run an INS check and a Bureau NCIC
Why is Scully
check
acting
on
so
these
fed up?
individuals, all of whom now reside in the Little Russia section of Philadelphia. I've also made arrangements for travel so you can administer eye-to-eye surveillance on their activities.
Your contact, while interesting in the context of science fiction, was, at least in my memory, recounting a poorly veiled synopsis of an episode of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Eenie, meenie, chili beanie, the spirits are about to speak.
Rocky and Bullwinkle are looking for an upsidasium mine, where they are picked up by a car with no windows and no door locks, and there are silent explosions from a compound called Hushabum.
So you're refusing an assignment based on the adventures of Moose and Squirrel.
Refusing an assignment, it makes it sound like you're my superior.
Do what you want. Don't go to Philadelphia. But let me remind you that I worked my ass off to get these files reopened. You were just assigned. This work is my life.
And
Damn.
it's become mine. It's hard to see, let alone find in the darkness of covert location. I mean, I wish I could say that we were going in circles, but we're not. We're going in an endless line. 2 steps forwards and 3 steps back.
That's what happens every time when you're dealing with the smoke
My
monster,
own
man.
life is standing still.
Well, maybe it's good that we get away from each other for a while.
Much
Where will
needed
you
break.
be?
Ironically enough, it's personal. It's a place I always wanted to go, what I anticipate to be a spiritual journey. I hope to discover something about myself.
The blessing way.
Maybe you should do the same.
Hey, she's already discovered something about herself at the end of the last episode. But I think...
Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
my guy's still trying to sell stocks in the dead of night.
Thank you for your time.
Yo, this woman's voice is pissing
If
me
you
off.
were any kind of man, you would have told her to kiss your ass, but no.
And the way the sound design is created here, it's
Another
like...
woman sticks it to you.
Yeah, it's just like... It's like spinning around my earphones
Ain't
at the
that
moment.
right, Eddie?
Directional sound. It's like in one ear going into the other. It's like doing 360s in my brain. It's the tattoo speaking to him.
You, Ed. It's all about you.
Probably like, the F is going on.
You see? Even the Jehovah Witness babe won't waste her time on you. No woman would.
That's
You
crazy.
just sit and take it.
Get out of here.
You know,
What do you think?
I'm no
Get
different
out of
from
my
anybody
apartment.
else.
I'm gonna call the cops.
Started
Bro, he's gonna
saying,
kill her.
and I need time.
No, please. No, shut
It
up.
gets really lonely by yourself. Now where is love? And who is love? I gotta know.
Nobody hearing the commotion? The music that loud? That's a good transition right there. With the camera slowly panning down the stairs and then the music fading out and then him dragging the body down the stairs in a box. That's crazy. He gonna end up like Dr. Wu in Hell Money. Or she. This guy's terrible, man. Tattoo or not.
As long as I'm with you, no one will ever hurt you. Never again.
Oh, now he wants to look at the tattoo. Now he wants to look at it. Dumbass, laser that shit off. After committing a murder. Go send your ass to jail, boy. Mulder broken down on his way to his, you know, his annual leave.
Oh, hey, Scully, it's me.
I'm just calling to see how you're doing.
Damn, if only it was in German, she'd understand everything. Not sure how Scully's Russian is. Oh, now this guy's going into the tattoo place. Oh, it's a different one, I think. Oh, no, it's not.
It's not. That's not my problem. You understand? You did good. Very nice. It's just like in the window. But so what? Why do you want to cover it? Listen, friend. Everyone.
It's interesting at the start of the episode. I don't know. I'm trying to hit pause. It's interesting at the start of the episode. Mulder and Scully were having that conversation in the office, in the X-Files office, about, you know, being together for 4 years. And, you know, I think, I don't know, they were back to that way. They were back to treating each other that way in that episode. Remember with, you know, them basically having a little sibling fight. I forgot which one. And it was like the astronomy episode with the stars aligning and everyone was going out of whack last season. They were behaving that way, but there was no astronomy event at the beginning of the episode or anything, or no indication of that. They were just, you know, Mulder was being a little bit of a jerk to Scully. But yeah, it's interesting, like, because this episode, I know it was meant to air before Leonard Betts, so it's not part of the cancer arc, or, you know, what we're inferring to be the cancer storyline with Scully. But at the beginning of the episode, that shot of Scully as Mulder's talking to the other guy and she's in between him, she's almost as if, it almost feels like it's fitting to the ending of last episode. It's almost as if it's the night after, or she's on the job with Mulder the day after, and she's just emotionally detached from anything. She's zoned out, and she's just contemplating her life after what she thinks, you know, she has with the cancer stuff. Like that shot fits with the ending of last episode. But I'm a little bit like I don't know, like that conversation with Mulder, I feel like doesn't fit with last episode because of all they've been through and all they've supported each other through the tough times they've been throughout the series. Bar that one episode with the astronomy stuff, you know, they disagree, but these guys have been through thick and thin together. They've been with each other through the toughest of times, through personal losses on both sides. So that conversation feels off, and that event feels off with Mulder being forced to take leave, and, you know, him and Scully having a little argument right there. But the beginning of the episode fits. But then them splitting up this episode, I think, kind of fits, even though it's not intentional. Because I feel like Gillian Anderson, or Chris Carter would have the director of the episode would have directed Gillian Anderson to act a certain way if this episode was meant to be after you know, what's it called? Meant to be after Leonard Betts. She would have been directed a different way in terms of like the way she was acting. But some of it fits, but I don't think it was intentional, if that makes sense.
Just the eyes and the mouth. Even if I say yes, it's too soon. Skin must heal.
There's definitely some Juju tattoos here.
Miss, you like this on his arm?
It's a different tattoo place. It is. Never again, man.
Beautiful, cheap.
Thought I was your girl.
Oh, he has a thing for Scully.
What lies in person's soul.
He can sense his emotions, the tat.
Did you get them all done in prison?
Yes. Use the sewing needle, paperclip.
You talk to her.
Ink is burnt
And
shoe
I'm
leather,
gonna be
charcoal
bad.
shavings, urine. I find grasses grow in prison yard, rye and such. Only use now on that tattoo.
And this could be a pretty big plot point with the story with what Mulder was saying these Russian guys are doing by selling alien spacecraft parts.
Want some advice from a stranger? Make sure you've thought it over before you get it done.
What, you didn't get the tattoo you deserve?
Mine was too impulsive.
This guy's a murderer. Never again.
Yeah, sometimes I wish I were that impulsive.
Careful what you wish for. Have you seen much of Philadelphia?
No.
Always sunny.
There's a couple really nice restaurants by the river.
Don't go to Patty's Bar. Don't go to Patty's
I
Bar.
like that.
Oh.
But I'm leaving tonight.
If you're ever in town again, that's my home number. I work there mainly.
Straight up. Murderer right there. Scully, pick your men well, man. Please. Don't fall into it. But then again, following the cancer rep, I know it's not meant to be after it, but because she's so emotionally detached.
Scully.
Mulder, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong. I'm just at that special place and I wanted to share it with you.
Why are he looking like
You
this?
know that Elvis bought all the furniture in just 30 minutes?
How did you know where I was?
Oh, well, I checked where we always stay in Philadelphia. I knew you wouldn't abandon me. How's the case going?
Why am
I
Mulder
handed
acting
it
like
over
that? I
to
knew you wouldn't
Philadelphia
abandon
Bureau.
me.
What do you mean, how do I know? You assigned me the background check. I did as told, as always.
Okay, just hold off until I get there, okay?
What, you don't think I'm capable?
Yeah, why is he?
Of course I believe that you're capable.
Why is he
It's
doubting
just that
Scully
in
this
case,
episode?
I need you to...
It's not just in this case.
Okay, what's the agent's name in Philadelphia?
It is over. Done. Podovkin is out of our hands. Look, Mulder, I have to go.
What, do you got a date or something?
And why they acting like this, man? It's off.
You're kidding.
Mulder
I
acting
have
like a
everything
jerk to
under
her.
Control. I will talk to you later.
But she's not allowed to have a personal life? Like, Mulder has to take this retreat or has to take this leave, and he's like, I'll be on my way. Like, that sounds so out of character for Mulder. Say that to Scully.
Isn't
like,
it better this way?
to not think she's
baby?
capable by herself.
Me and you alone. Women are so petty, jealous.
I mean, just last episode, she handled herself, bro.
That bitch today
With
was
Leonard Betts.
just like
I know it's not
all
meant to.
the
I know it's meant to come before it, but she's handled herself multiple times by herself. She's capable, bro. She's smart as.
Hello?
Hi. At yours, please.
Give me an hour?
Good. Well, I'll see you then.
The post Leonard Betts episode, Scully is
Go
probably,
ahead.
like I said, she's so
Treat yourself.
detached from life.
This girl is a real doll.
Probably doesn't think she has long
My
left.
beauty's only skin deep, baby.
Is by herself.
I go all the way to the bone.
Case is not an X-File. She's in effort mode at the moment. Of course, she doesn't know this guy's a murderer, though. But, yeah. Like, I feel like some of it fits into the cancer arc, but some of it doesn't.
Miss Schilling?
Like, unintentionally, obviously.
I think the last time I went on a date was to see Glengarry Glen Ross, and the characters in the movie had a much better time.
What was the last time Scully had a date?
And you're bleeding.
Was it the guy in season 1 where her sister tried to set him up?
It's just the damn tattoo. Oh, here.
I'm a doctor. Do you want
Obviously,
me to take a look at it?
No, it's okay.
She had that guy in season 1. What's his name? The partner in the Lazarus episode. I think that they used to see each other. But yeah, like I found in this series, like I said I forgot which episode it was. The one from this season about their past lives. And I talked about the Mulder Scully relationship and how I see it as, you know, like a brotherly sister relationship, that type of love, not like romantic love. And if anything, the girl I think Mulder's probably gonna go for in this season, or in this show in general, is probably Marita, with the guy, the way the guy's been creeping up to her apartment. But yeah, their lives here, I spoke about in that episode. Their lives and the cases they work don't allow for that type of, you know, that life. And you've seen it happen with Skinner. They've dealt with marriages in this series with Skinner. Skinner has struggled. And he's in the office most of the time as well. Scully and Mulder are always on the road, going to different places. It's hard to sit down and have a life and start a family in that line of work for both Mulder and Scully. And you saw Scully try to work it out, I think, in the early episodes of season 1, with her trying to see that guy when she was babysitting her kids, or was it someone's kids? I can't remember. Or a friend's kids. I can't remember. But she was seeing a guy. You guys know which episodes I'm referring to. Sorry, my season 1 memory is a little hazy. I think you guys maybe will commend me on remembering that far. But yeah, I think they've dealt with sort of, you know, trying to have a personal life and stuff like that in the series. And you see it in the episodes, for instance, like War of the Cockroaches. You know, Scully can't even have a night off without being disturbed by a case, you know, with Queequeg and the phone calls with Mulder. That was great. That was really well done. Like the dialogue was snappy, quirky, it was like quippy, it was quick. The exchanges were fantastic. But I think, you know, with all the humor that was going on in that episode, I think deep down as well, there's that element of it's always the X-Files. That's all their lives are. It's the X-Files. It's their casework. That's it. Scully couldn't even have time off at home, you know, on a night off without speaking to Mulder, and then eventually having to go out there. That's all both of them know. It's the casework, and there is no life in that in terms of like outside. There's no personal life. So yeah, that's what I'm just trying to say. That's what I'm just trying to say. And then we see it this episode again with Mulder taking, you know, 4 weeks leave, or mandatory leave. He has to take it. Scully's trying to have like a personal life here with, or trying to do something here, trying to connect with someone, but I don't think it's going to work out. We know he's a murderer, but take the murdering out of the equation.
Take me there.
See,
What makes this place a good place to go when you're feeling down?
it fits after the cancer episode with Scully behaving this way in terms of like she's in effort mode. She's so detached from the world at the moment. And she just wants to feel something other than the X-Files, other than the casework, other than being with Mulder.
Going on in somebody's head just by looking at it.
But
I mean, they're probably thinking that we're the ones.
it's not
that
intentional,
screwed up.
if that makes sense. I hope you guys are enjoying my commentary on this one, because it's interesting, like, to know that this
Sometimes
was meant to come before Leonard Betts.
I've always gone around in this circle.
Because Gillian Anderson is nailing it this episode in terms of like her demeanor and her character being in, like I said, detached from the world, being in that sort of reflective phase in her life, contemplating everything, even though it's not intentional. It kind of fits.
An authoritative or controlling figure comes into my life. Okay.
'Cause I feel like post-cancer Scully would tell Mulder straight away.
Navy captain. I worship the sea that he sailed on.
Especially after coughing up the blood.
And when I was 13 or so, I went through this thing where I would sneak out of my parents' house and smoke my mother's cigarettes.
Damn.
I did it because I knew that if he found out, he would kill me.
And I don't ever want to go back. That's why I got the tattoo I deserve. Mark the moment. feeling.
They're gonna hook up. They're gonna hook up.
Memorial of something that I never want to have happen again. Wanting to go forward doesn't mean that it worked.
I want to see
Come
it.
on. Don't scared up.
It's okay.
You're so curious.
No.
Get your own.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Ted. Ain't no way Scully gonna get a tattoo. Just like that? See, I think Scully post Leonard Betts would not be acting this way. But she did get it. You got a Juju tattoo. Getting couple tattoos, man. Come on, Scully. Something weirdly erotic about the way this is filmed and the way Scully is behaving. So we're getting tattoos on the fly right now. I'm so torn with this episode. He probably hasn't felt that sensation, like, or that type of sensation in a while. That's why she was acting that way. But like, I don't know.
It's really bad out. Look, the weather and a few drinks.
Oh no, stay in the murderer's house.
It's better if you stayed here. Hey,
One night stand.
I'm not up to anything. Just want you to be safe. I'll take the couch.
I'm not up to anything. Casually murdered the girl downstairs.
Tattoo hurt it all?
But I feel different. It's like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Or maybe it does fit with the post-cancer rep because, like I said, she's so detached from reality. She's in effort mode at the moment.
Ed, it looks burned.
Get her hands off of me.
Hey, no, wait, no, wait, no, don't.
Those are bad thoughts you're having, baby. You kiss her, and she's dead.
Ain't no way Scully for it. Bro, that was aggressive. That was aggressive. He's bleeding. Wow, man, they hook up after that. And we're getting the same reverse, you know, the camera slowly panning away shot before.
Dana Scully, please.
I mean, Scully did say at the bar that she's attracted to men who take control and are dominating. I think, you know. Ed showed that.
Thank you.
We got a rebellious Scully this episode. We're seeing different sides of Scully this episode as well. Very Scully-centric episode. Talking about her childhood, her rebelling as a kid as well, by smoking her mother's cigarettes.
Good morning. I'm Detective Bouvet. This is Detective Smith. May we speak with Edward Jurst?
I'm sorry, he's not in. I don't know where he is.
Were you here the night before last?
No. Can I help you with something? I'm with the Bureau.
She better get that tattoo lasered off right away.
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, Fox Mulder, please.
One moment.
Damn. He looks so excited to hear from Scully.
Good morning. What's wrong?
I can't sit down.
Don't let him see the badge, man.
Which is why I think it may have been yours. Now, ergot is a parasite that lives off of rye and related grasses. Svo said that he used rye somehow in his ink.
Oh.
Now, if this is true, we may be subject to hallucinogenic ergotism. Oral, visual hallucinations. Dangerous and unlikely behavior.
So that's the voices he was
we
hearing.
need to go to the hospital to be tested.
I don't need that, Dana. But she controls me. But I believe that you made her go away.
We need to get help. I'm going to go into the other room. And I'm going to come back. And we are going to go together.
These two have pretty good chemistry on screen, I'm not gonna lie. Despite him being a murderer, but like, they do have pretty good chemistry. That's clumsy. Lucky he wasn't paying attention. Unless the tattoo saw it.
Who'd she call? Who'd she call, Eddie? Come on. Aren't you just dying to know?
Oh, he's gonna redial Mulder.
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, okay. Just...
Dana Scully, please.
Dana Scully, please.
Whoop his ass, Scully. Get the strap, get the strap.
Another
Damn.
woman in my bed. Burn the sheets, lover. Burn her. Burn her!
These Scooby-Doo ass type laughs, man.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Do it for me.
Cast him into the fire, Scully.
This isn't you, Ed.
Go on, Eddie.
Get control of yourself.
Oh, but it's good to lose control.
Take control.
Better like this. Do it for me, Eddie. Do it.
That's one way to laser off the tattoo. Burn your arm off. Please tell me she got rid of the tattoo.
Congratulations for making a personal appearance in the X-Files for the second time.
That's crazy. Why are you talking like that to her, man?
At St. John's Burn Center in Philadelphia.
Is this like a I told you so moment, the way Mulder's talking to Scully here?
But not to the degree that should cause hallucinogenic. He's under investigation for having connections to my friend Podovkin. Case closed on Boris Badenoff, which is really a shame because I was thinking of having an NY tattooed on my ass to commemorate the Yankees World Series victory.
He talking
Better
like
late
that
than
to
never,
her?
huh?
Bro, see, Mulder would know. Like, Mulder usually behaves in a way where he'd know something's up with Scully here.
Field office in Dallas is
Like, he'd know something's deeply troubling her.
receiving reports of an image of a missing child appearing on a blank billboard outside of Arlington. So,
Not everything is about you, Mulder. This is my life.
yes, but it's
Damn, that silence is deafening. And to cut to that medium wide long shot right there of them not responding to one another and just Scully saying, you know what, Mulder, this is my life, not everything's about you. That felt so off, but in like in a good way, if that makes sense. Like we haven't had that type of interaction with Mulder and Scully before, in terms of like them being at it like this. We had it in that episode, but in that episode it was like there was I think it was an astrology, or there was something to do with the stars aligning that explained the type of behavior that was going on both in the town and with Mulder and Scully, and it was played more for comedic effects and purposes. Even like with Mulder, telling Scully about the joke. That they were fed up with each other in that episode, but it was played off for more laughs. This one feels like it's way more serious. And in a way, it fits, but doesn't fit the episode because Scully, technically in this episode, Scully's unaware of her cancer. And it's just Scully being completely rebellious this episode. And the conversation came up with her not having a desk, them being together for 4 years and everything about their work. Mulder was behaving like a dick to her. And she basically went into effort mode because I feel like she was fed up this episode with playing second fiddle to Mulder. Mulder going on leave for 4 weeks and him dictating to her what, she has to do, which case to undertake, what to do, and, who to pursue, and basically what it involved. And she was just fed up with it. In a way, it fits the end, like it fits the ending of Leonard Betts a little bit in terms of like I said, Scully being in full effort mode, being emotionally detached from everything, and basically it makes sense while she'll be very rebellious this episode, because of what she found out, and she hasn't thought of a way to confront Mulder about it, despite how close they are and how many times throughout the series they've been there through each other, in the most dangerous of times, in the most dire of times, everything. Even in one breath, in those moments where Scully was in a coma, it was Mulder that was there by her side. That's why and you think to yourself, there's nothing that can separate these two, but then you have like this type of episode, you just think to yourself, in the end of the day, they're human, and there's gonna be highs and lows in a relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship or just a friendship. You're gonna have highs and lows, and this is one of those episodes where it was one of them lows, and I kind of respect the show for having this type of episode. And I love the ending right there with just that silence, and no insertion of any score or anything, just that diegetic sound and the silence being absolutely deafening, with Mulder and Scully not knowing how to respond to each other. And I feel like next episode, or when Mulder does eventually find out about the cancer, or Scully tells him, that's when Mulder's going to break down walls and barriers to try and find a cure, or, to, help Scully. There's going to be those highs. We're going to see the ultimate of highs, but this is one of those lows this episode, which, yeah, I feel like you needed to, it was good to see it. It felt off, but I respect the show for dealing with it. And, having Mulder and Scully separated this episode, and then even when they got back together at the end of the episode, or when they were back in the office, they still weren't seeing eye to eye with each other. And Mulder was, the way he was talking to her was like basically saying at the end, I told you so, like sucked in. You went through that, like basically making remarks about the tattoo, and the guy himself. And then Scully fired back at him. This is my life, man. Like, who are you to control what I do? Like, it happened. Okay, it happened, but there's no need for those remarks here. And she stood up for herself at the end. I like it. Because, yeah, Mulder was treating her like a prick. I don't know if you guys agree with me or don't, but yeah, this episode was really interesting. I'm really, because I know it was meant to air before, Leonard Betts. And, in this episode, Scully's not aware she has the cancer, technically. But some of the scenes in the episode fit the ending of Leonard Betts in terms of like the way she behaves and stuff like that, with how rebellious she is. And even the moment at the beginning where you hear Mulder and the other guy talking, but the camera's just focusing and holding on Scully. And Gillian Anderson nails the facial expressions right there, as it looks like she's in a deep reflective state, like she's contemplating life. She's thinking about how to tell Mulder, how to break the news. But this Scully doesn't know about that yet. So the airing decision is actually quite interesting. It kind of works. even though this Scully doesn't know about that. Hopefully she got the tattoo removed either way. But yeah, I cannot wait to get into the next episode and see what they deal with. Are they going to go back into a normal like X-Files type ep, or is, you know, Scully going to break the news to Mulder? Is she going to withhold that news for a couple episodes? But yeah, it's quite interesting because clearly I know from what you guys have said, this episode is, you know, obviously it was meant to air before Leonard Betts, and it's clearly not part of the cancer arc, but it kind of fits. It kind of fits. I don't know why they decided to actually air it before Leonard Betts. Like, I don't know what Chris Carter was thinking with the sequencing. But yeah, maybe he thought Scully's behavior in this episode would have fit better following Leonard Betts, and this episode would have seemed so off just coming as a random episode before it, when Mulder decided, like, you know, having to take leave and stuff like that. So maybe it fits better, you know, in the grand scheme of things, following, you know, the cancer bombshell at the last episode, you know, with Mulder taking leave at the beginning of this episode, and Scully basically being fed up with it and going into full rebel mode. And yeah, her behaving the way she is because her emotions are all over the place at the moment, with her still processing, you know, what the revelation at the end of last episode. So yeah, it kind of fits in. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction nonetheless. I cannot wait to hear your guys' thoughts about this episode and the last episode in particular. Can't wait to see your guys' comments and whether you agree or disagree with me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.